It's rare to know about extreme security threats in precise detail decades in advance, particularly when they affect the fundamental power of the United States. What's hard to believe, though, is that almost nothing has been done to stop the nation's top threat from happening. Why? That's a story we're going to explore in the first scenario of the Lux Riskgaming initiative called Hampton at the Crossroads. America has the strongest Navy in the world, and it isn't even close. Our aircraft carriers, nuclear-powered submarines, destroyers, and other vessels blanket the world's hot zones, creating areas of safety amidst the brutal states of nature that exist on the high seas. Securing global trade and humanitarian routes while protecting American infrastructure from our enemies has been the calling of the Navy for centuries. But America's Navy has a critical Achilles heel, and it's not overseas, but right at home. The United States has the world's largest fleet of aircraft carriers at 11 vessels, but those flagships only have 2 dry docks to call home for extensive repairs and upgrades, one at Norfolk Naval Shipyard and the other at Puget Sound in Washington State. The Norfolk Naval Shipyard is the country's largest and oldest public shipyard, dating back centuries to before the Revolutionary War. It's been burned down multiple times, but today it isn't fire that threatens one of the most important naval assets in the United States, it's water. Norfolk, centered in the middle of the Hampton Roads region of Virginia, is the fastest sinking city on the eastern seaboard. With rising waters, the Navy's assets in the region are increasingly prone to flooding, and by mid-century, it's predicted that the infrastructure in the region may be inaccessible for weeks. That's a guarantee, but what's even more critically alarming is the risk of a hurricane. Despite its location, the Hampton Roads region has never been hit directly by a superstorm hurricane. Yet such storms are increasingly common in the warming waters of the Atlantic Ocean. What would happen if a major hurricane were to suddenly hit America's aging naval facilities in a fast-sinking city? Nothing short of the loss of these facilities, and with them, the key infrastructure protecting our aircraft carriers and nuclear-powered submarines. We've known this risk for decades. Pentagon planners have warned about them across reports for years, as has the Government Accountability Office. And still, the facilities remain vulnerable and nothing has changed. Why? That's what our first risk-gaming scenario, Hampton at the Crossroads, is meant to simulate and answer. I want to address our game leaders now. Welcome to Hampton at the Crossroads, and I will walk through how to play the game. You are the linchpin of this immersive role-playing experience, guiding your players through a narrative rich with strategy, negotiation, and intrigue. Your role is to weave the story, manage the gameplay, and ensure a seamless and engaging experience for everyone involved. Your journey begins in the aftermath of Hurricane Helen, a Category 5 superstorm that has hit Hampton Roads, damaging the Navy's installations and raising tough questions about the area's future. 6 characters with diverging ambitions converge against a backdrop of political, environmental, and economic challenges. As the game leader, your first task is to introduce the game's 6 characters to your players, starting with Mayor Wallace of Newport News, who champions climate resilience and job protection. Representative Chase, dedicated to safeguarding the Navy's shipyard through their power on Capitol Hill. CEO Brewer, of private shipyard company Griffith Barrett Industries, or GBI, eyeing lucrative contracts from the Navy and profit maximization. President McKinley, the leader of the Shipyard Steelworkers Union, advocating for labor rights and better working conditions. Substacker Carmichael, the newsletter editor of the Virginia Stripes, who is aiming to boost their readership with defense industry insights. And finally, Admiral Reed, the Chief of Naval Operations, who is strategizing for a more resilient Navy prepared for climate change. Let's turn now to an overview of gameplay. Your narrative unfolds over 4 scenes, each a pivotal moment in the history of Hampton Roads and the region's recovery from Hurricane Helen. As game leader, you have a series of jobs to keep the game moving forward. First, set up each scene by offering a compelling narrative introduction, as well as drawing 2 random event cards that will introduce new challenges or opportunities. Second, Run the scene. Players are given 15 minutes to discuss, negotiate, and decide their actions for the scene. This is where your skills in managing discussions and keeping the game on track are crucial. Encourage participation, ensure everyone's voice is heard, and keep an eye on the time. Third, force players to make their decisions. After 15 minutes of negotiations, players secretly record their decisions on their decision sheets and turn them into you. This phase requires a delicate balance of strategy and secrecy as alliances formed during negotiations are put to the test. Don't let players take too much extra time. Fourth, calculate scores. Collect the decision sheets and enter the decisions into the scoring spreadsheet. Fifth and finally, provide a gameplay update. The scoring spreadsheet will give you the latest results of the key metrics for each player, giving them a sense of how they are performing in the game. Be prepared for any questions about public decisions or why certain metrics might have changed. The key metrics are the core of the game and offer real-time performance to each character based on their own objectives. The mayor and the representative are trying to improve their poll numbers for their upcoming elections. The CEO wants to increase GBI stock price, while the union president wants to increase union employment at the shipyard. The substacker wants as many subscribers to their newsletter as possible, while the admiral wants to receive U.S. Senate support to get promoted to be chairman of the Joint Chiefs. You'll repeat the same 5 steps for each of the game's 4 scenes, and then we reach the conclusion. After the 4th scene, it's time to tally the final scores. Announce the results, highlighting the strategic moves and negotiations that led to the outcome. Celebrate the winner, but also emphasize the collaborative effort and the rich narrative journey everyone contributed to. As the game leader, you play a crucial role in making Hampton at the Crossroads a memorable experience. Your guidance, storytelling, and management of the game dynamics are key to creating an engaging and enjoyable experience for all players. Now, gather your group, set the stage, and let the story of Hampton Roads unfold.